Hi friends, welcome back to my channel, and in today's video I want to review the 22 authors that I said I wanted to read in 2022 and figure out which ones I have read. The first author that I want to try is Eloisa James. So first up is Eloisa James, and this book, the one on the screen, is My American Duchess, which I did finish and I think I gave 3 stars. It was alright. Eloisa James's writing is a little more flowery than I'm usually used to with historical romance authors, and I do think that I will read more from her, but I'm pretty sure I haven't read anything else besides this one, but I did read her. So next up is Loretta Chase. The Loretta Chase that I have on my TBR is Lord of Scoundrels. I think this is probably her most popular, the one you hear. So I haven't read anything by Loretta Chase yet. I would like to read Lord of Scoundrels eventually, but I just haven't really scheduled for it, and I have my schedule planned out for the rest of the year. So any of these authors that I haven't read yet, unless they happen to be in one of the scheduled videos that I have for the rest of the year, I won't end up reading them. They'll probably just go on my list for next year. Then we have Courtney Milan. The book that I have on my TBR for Courtney Milan is The Duchess War. It's the first book in... So I actually have read a Courtney Milan. I read The Duke Who Didn't, and I really enjoyed it. I think I gave it 4 out of 5 stars. I really loved it. The hero is a virgin and it's very sweet, so I definitely would be interested in reading more from this author, and I still have The Duchess War on my TBR. Stacey Reid. Stacey Reid is a historical romance author that I have heard a lot of buzz about within the last, I would say, year. And the one that I have my eye on is My Darling Duke. This is the first book in the Sinful Wallflower series, and she's on... I actually did read My Darling Duke. I read it a couple of months ago. I think I read it in my 7 Historicals in 7 Days video. I don't really remember much about it, but I do remember enjoying Stacey Reid's writing, and I would like to continue this series that this is in. So then we have Lorraine Heath, and I have read one book from Lorraine Heath. I read it several weeks ago. It was Scoundrel of My Heart. This is the first book in the Once Upon a Dukedom series, and I did enjoy it when I read it. I gave it 4 stars. I can tell that Lorraine Heath has very angsty books, which is just right up my alley and something that I look for in historical romances that are often sweet and things like that. I want something that is just full of all of the angst for me to sink my teeth into. So I'm going to continue with the second book in this series, and then if you have any other Lorraine Heath recommendations, let me know. So I did read The Duchess Hunt, and I liked it a lot more than the first book in the series. This one was like an office romance, and she is tasked by her boss to find him a wife, and they have feelings for each other. I loved it. A lot more angsty than the first one, and I still recommend it in historical romance videos, and I do plan on reading more by Lorraine Heath. She's kind of a prolific historical romance author that I really enjoy. We then have Kerrigan Byrne, and I read one. So we all know I love Kerrigan Byrne. I have read 2 books by her that I really loved, that I gave 5 stars, one that I didn't really enjoy, but I read The Highwaymen and How to Love a Duke in 10 Days, and they're 2 of the best historical romances I've ever read, so I will 100% be reading more by the author. And then the last historical romance author that I want to try is Maya Banks. I know that she has several Highlander romances, and I have not read Maya Banks, and I still would like to. So now we will go on to the contemporary authors that I want to give a shot. First up is Pepper Winters. I have not read her yet, but I do have her on a later TBR in the year that I'm excited to get to. And Becca Ritchie, I think are their names. They wrote the Addicted to You series and the Holloway. I have read Addicted to You specifically, and I really enjoyed it. I gave it 4 out of 5 stars. It was a lot more angsty than I really was anticipating or really thought it was going to be, but I really enjoyed it, and I'm excited to read the spin-off or companion series as well. We then have Rena Kent, who is another very popular dark romance author. I see her in regards to bully romances a lot, which I have read Rena Kent, and I did read her most popular bully romance. I didn't really enjoy it. I thought it was kind of your standard stereotypical bully romance, but I do plan on doing like an author spotlight for her KU books in the future because she's such a popular like KU dark romance author that I would like to give a shot. We then have Ivy Smoke, and this is an author that I'm gonna need. I haven't read anything by Ivy Smoke, and I still don't know where to start. You guys for. We then have H.D. Carlton, and I have read H.D. Carlton. I read what is it called? This one, the 600-page monstrosity. I didn't like it, and I definitely will be reading more from the author. Hunting Adeline. The 5 Points Mob series. That is something that is on my TBR that I haven't read Filthy or anything by Serena Ackroyd before or yet, and I'm still interested. I've heard they're good Mafia series, and I just still want to give them a shot. I'm going to need some assistance for, I want to try out Jessa Kane. She is a novella. I still haven't read Jessa Kane, and I'm very worried, but I still want to try it one day, try her one day. I'm just not super into like over dramatic novellas. And the last author that I want to try is Tilly Cole. I actually have her Holt motorcycle series on my TBR as well. I have read It Ain't Me Babe, and I did not like it. I think I DNF'd it like 10 to 20 pages in. Not the type of writing for me. I find it to be very bad and cringy and not good. I have another Tilly Cole. I have Sick Fucks on one of my video lists for later in the year that I want to get to, but I'm probably, aside from that one, I probably won't read anything else by her. So those are the list of the 22 authors that I wanted to get to. I got to a lot of the historical ones, but unfortunately the contemporary ones I just didn't. So let me know down below what authors you think I should prioritize, or who are some of your favorite authors off of this list. I would love to know. If you don't have anything to say, leave a book stack emoji down in the comments. I will catch you guys in my next one, and thanks so much for watching.